What's up, yeah, Joe? Alright, super short video. Something I want to show you guys that could help you out, and actually has been helping me and Paul out. And that's basically the use of a looping background, right? I'm pretty sure you've seen this before. Basically, for Paul's videos, we created this thing, like a looping background. I'm not gonna like show you what I did in the sense of tutorial-wise, because if you wanna like make something like this, you know, if you're using After Effects, just like type in After Effects looping background, and there's plenty of tutorials on like what to do. That's how I learned, right? Same thing with like DaVinci, like infinity looping, background. It's the same thing, right? So I mean, there's plenty of tutorials to show you how to do this, right? So there's really no point for me to make one for you. I mean, I could, but I don't feel like it at this moment. Because the point of this video is mainly I want to tell you why this is actually beneficial if you guys want to like make one for yourselves, right? There's been plenty of times where like say for whatever reason, like I need to get like an image from like Paul off the internet or something like that, whether it's like a video, something that's not ours, right? When we do that and we add, say, like some kind of copyrighted visual off the internet, by adding it to something like this, right, having this in the background, it kind of gives it the feel that, one, it lets people know that it's not ours, and also two, it kind of makes it look better rather than just being like an image that pops up on screen, right? Also, it does help to like add like random images. So rather than just filling your screen with just a random solid image, I could just like animate the background. It kind of gives it more visual appeal. And like that's the thing about like doing like videos for YouTube. You want to have almost like a sense of motion to keep things going, right? If you have something static, it's almost like think of radio, right? And like you have like radio's dead silence, right? There's no audio coming out of your radio. It sounds odd, right? It kind of throws you off. It's almost like the same thing visually. If you have a static image and nothing is moving, it kind of throws you off, right? Like something's off. So having something moving, it just kind of gives it more of a visual continuation feel that, hey, your computer's still working, it's not frozen, kind of thing, rather than like having a static image. That was actually a problem we had with one of the Paul's tech news, where like I had to use stills to end the video because Paul's camera like it just stopped working, right, and it corrupted some of the footage. And some people that didn't saw my little note, they thought like their video froze or something like that, so they had to refresh or some shit like that, right? Luckily, kind of like fell in April Fool's time area close to that day, so people thought it was an April Fool's joke. So yeah, you don't want to have a static image when you're editing your videos. You want to have something that's continuously moving. That's why having a looping background can be a massive benefit to you, right? So I followed some tutorials and like made this background loop thing, right, using some of Paul's like retro 8-bit assets that he likes to use, and I made it like a minute long, right? I probably could have gone away with only 30 seconds worth, really, but I mean, I just wanted to make sure I just got a minute worth of footage just to keep it simple. It's like the only time I'm gonna do it, so I was like, whatever. So I made two versions of this. I made one that's like without the blur, but I made this. I ended up using like the one that has like a blurred background, right? Just to give it like that sense that it's out of focus, right? So that way, like whatever's in the center of the frame, it's basically more in focus, right? So everything in the background is kind of like your eye gets drawn away from it. Because if everything was like sharp, it kind of like becomes a little convoluted or whatever for like the eye. So you want to have the background a little bit like blurred out, and this gets that way the main focus is on like the image here that's in the center, right? There was like another part where I used it. Yeah, here we go again. So same thing here. Paul did like some animation. I don't know. He did a poem or something like that. So I used his image here along with like the blurred out background, and it looks better, right? Because it gives it almost like that rack focus look or whatever. Like the background is out of focus, and the image in the front here, it just looks better. It just stands out better, right? So that's something to keep in mind when you want to make yourself one of these like background loops. If you want to make one, maybe do one that's sharp, but then like make another version where it has like a Gaussian blur, a little bit of blur. That way it kind of looks like it has this out of focus look, right? And like I said, like I just use this one for the most part, like the one that has like the blur on it, because it looks better and it feels right when I use it, and it makes life a lot easier. In particular, when you're getting stuff off the internet and you want to like post it on your video, say like this case, right? It's a tweet. So if I just play this out, as you can see, it just, you're able to read it. Since the background is out of focus or blurred out, it's just like your vision is just focused more on the tweet itself, right? And it looks better, right? And it does give like this subtle hint that this is not ours, and because the background is moving, instead of being a static image, it keeps like a momentum going, like I feel like there's still progress being made on the video. So yeah, having like a background animation loop is going to be a massive benefit to you if you want to like improve the quality of your video. So I suggest one. Yeah, but anyways, that's all I have to say, really. You can't go wrong with making one for yourself. And like I said, I could have showed you a tutorial, but I mean, like, I want to focus more on the benefit of why to make one for yourself. More down the line, when I get more familiar with DaVinci or whatever, then maybe I can show you how to do a tutorial in my own way. But there's plenty of tutorials to show you how to do that, right? But yeah, make yourself one, and the quality of your videos will be improved big time with it. So anyways, that's all I got for you. If you find the video helpful, there's some QR codes to buy me a caffeine. I appreciate it. And that's all I got for you. Thanks for hanging out with me for a bit. Take care and peace.